Because every day above ground is a good day. Some are just more questionable than others. Questionable call, post Memorial Day edition on a Tuesday. Let's get rolling with 8 on the board immediately. To the NBA on TNT, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal. Barkley said he so hot in Dallas, he went out to get a little what? Take a look.
It wasn't that hot. I think you was just trying to exercise, and it made you feel a little bit hotter than you exercise.
I was taking my daily walk, and I made it a half a block. Yeah. I said, abort.
That's your exercise.
I walk every day.
Exercise,
walk every day to get peace and quiet by myself. I aborted today, Dre.
You walk to get what? Peace and quiet?
Exactly. I don't get much peace and quiet because people have a bad habit. They when I'm out, I want to talk to them.
Shaq said he went out to get a little pizza and quiet. Question is on the board. It's a good one. Which is better, pizza or peace and quiet? Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. That's pizza. But there's nothing in life like peace, internal peace, and quiet. Because if you got pizza and it ain't peaceful and quiet, it ain't no good. But if you got peace and quiet, you don't need food, not even pizza. Let's continue on to the good stuff, and we get it going at number 7, Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Crispy, crunchy, juicy, golden brown fried perfection. Yum, yum. Go to budschicken.com. This comes to us from Memorial Day weekend. More basketball. Little pickup, little backyard basketball. Take a look because this did not go as intended. Take a look at this. He going to drive, head fake up, going to get, doesn't get, and oh my goodness. Listen how quiet it is. That's always a bad sign. When it gets quiet, it means people can't breathe. Take a look to see if people are standing upright. He's not. He was the primary defender. Look at the other dude bent over. Look at these guys on their knees. That's when you know it's bad. When it gets real quiet, it means people are laughing. They can't breathe. They can't catch their air. And when they're bent over, that's a really, really bad sign. The question is on the board. Is this funny or should you feel bad? Notice it said should because you don't feel bad, do you? I know you don't. It doesn't say funny or feel bad because we don't feel bad, but we probably should feel a little bad. Hell yeah, it's funny. And you know it's funny because he didn't get hurt. Nobody else could breathe. Everybody was bent over. Damn right, it's funny. No need to feel bad. On the countdown to number 6, we roll, and it's presented by Celsius. Essential Energy, Live Fit, Tropical Vibe today. Sparkling Starfruit Pineapple. Get you some anywhere and everywhere. Celsius, Essential Energy drinks. In the Western Conference Finals, the Ant-Man, Rise Above, throws it down. Nominee, according to Reggie Miller, for Dunk of the Year. You be the judge. Take a look at this. Here he comes. Golly! That's the sound. Yeah. Look at that. And that's the sound of the arena in Dallas. That's how nasty that was. Question, is this the dunk of the year, yes or no? There were some pretty nasty dunks this year, but come on now. This is another level. He's levitating, and then beyond that, he actually starts to rise. He threw that down. That place got loud. It's the visiting arena. Enough. Dunk of the year. Get it, Ant-Man. That's all you. Let's roll on in the countdown to number 5. Presented by St. Lucie Battery and Tire, the home of honest, reliable service since 1970. Anything you need for your cars and your trucks and your SUV, and even your boats. And you'll see why I say boats in just a second. Go to slbt.com. We got ourselves a Steve Austin impression, but it's more like a Heave Austin impression. Take a look at this big boy atop of this boat trying to get her done one time. Take a look at this. There's the beer smash. And here comes the attempt for the, oh my goodness. That did not go as planned. He went from Steve Austin to Heave Austin, but let's take a closer look at this close-up photography. You got his buddy with the finger extended. He was attempting to depantsonate him. That dude, who looks like Travis Kelce, was looking to pull his shorts down. This could have ended a whole lot worse. If the shorts went partially down, like around the thighs to knees, if you thought he almost broke his head, on that fall, imagine if the shorts came down. All right, question is on the board. Question, epic fail or stone cold success? He spilled a lot of the beer. You can't do that. I mean, you got to get at least a third of it into your mouth. And then he messed up, obviously, clearly, the flop. He nearly broke his head and his back and maybe even the boat. Epic fail, but good effort, though, on the Steve Austin, Heave Austin effort. We rolled all the way up to number 4. on this post-Memorial Day countdown, and it comes to us from Jaylen Brown, who closed out with his Celtics the Eastern Conference Finals in a 4-game sweep last night. We talked last week about Jaylen Brown, talking about he doesn't got any time to worry about making all NBA teams, etc. Well, take a look, and I want you to watch closely the look on his face, how much he's paying attention, and his reaction when he is named the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Take a close look.
It is my honor and it's my privilege, Jaylen Brown.
Look at he was not prepared for that. He's not playing it cool. He's not being serious, guy. Look at that's actual joy. There's surprise and there's joy, and that's real from So It Appeals. But let's take a look at what happened when he got asked about winning this award. Because remember last week, as we discussed, he got asked about not making all NBA and said, with a bad word, he didn't have time to concern himself with that. Take a look at Jaylen Brown being asked about winning this last night.
Your feeling when you heard your name called?
I wasn't expecting it at all. I'll never win. So I was just happy that we won. And give credit to Indiana. They played us tough.
That is Jaylen Brown, who appears to be humble and genuine and authentic. Question on the board. Was he genuinely surprised? Yes or no? You saw the video. He wasn't waiting. He wasn't posturing. He wasn't playing cool guy. He not only wasn't really locked in on it, he wasn't expecting it. He was, yes, genuinely surprised. He is telling the truth here in postgame when he says what he says about the award and not realizing and not. This is a dude who was absolutely surprised. His reaction genuine and authentic. And you know what? You love to see it. You absolutely love to see someone more concerned about that actual team goal and lost in that moment as opposed to, oh my God, I'm being named Finals MVP. Good on him. We continue on in the countdown to number 3, presented by Twin Peaks. With each drink, Scenic Views 29-degree beer, made from scratch favorites, your UFC fight headquarters. Don't forget UFC 302, I believe. Yeah, coming up here in just a minute. 301, 302? Yeah, 302. Coming up here this Saturday night. Go to Twin Peaks. We got football. Finally, football. From the UFL, it was super hot, like 107 degrees. And you're going to hear a conversation with mic'd up players from the Houston Roughnecks in which they are talking about the quarterback not wanting to put his hands under the center's bottom because the center's bottom was dripping and leaking all over him and the ball. Take a close listen to this. It's kind of disgusting.
Under center from here on out. My ass is not this wet. The volunteer trainer just absolutely soaked me with the sponge.
I felt it on my 35, and as I'm sitting there, I try to have it as under there as little as possible because you're just dripping on my.
Go pistol then.
Pistol formation.
A lot of it's wet.
Okay with pistol? Yeah. Because I handed that ball off, and I literally am dripping from your ass.
So now I'm like.
So now you're even worse?
Can I get a feel?
Some of the nuanced perils between center and quarterback.
So here's the sponge.
On the exchanges, Joel.
This is what they're talking about,
Right?
the sponge. I can just tell you, this is a real thing.
This
is a real thing.
Yeah, it's a very real thing. They're trying to keep the players from dehydration and passing out, and they're trying to cool them down. Problem was the center's butt is a little leaky, drippy, and that is disgusting. But the question is on the board. Question: does the sponge explanation make it any less gross? Absolutely not. No, dude, because that's still water that came down your head or down your back that then went into the crack and then is coming through filtered or otherwise. The sponge explanation is just that, an explanation. It does not make it any less gross. It is still his body fluids, his sweat, his whatever, with the water that is now dripping down on the quarterback's hands and the football, and that's why they talked about going pistol. We continue on all the way up to number 2 in the countdown, and it comes to us once again from the NBA on TNT. Capping, for those of you that don't know, when someone is capping, it means you are lying, it means you are fibbing, you're not telling the truth. The question is, does Ernie Johnson know what the term capping means? Take a look.
Hey, Ernie, you know what cap is? Cap?
Yeah. Yes.
Cat capping.
He lied.
No, nobody's shooting 1,500 shots a day right now.
I'm surprised that you would wonder if I knew what that meant.
Well,
Cap?
these guys getting old, King, so I'm not sure if they're telling you to.
Yeah, it looks to me like Ernie Johnson might be capping. He didn't seem so confident that he knew what it meant. What are they talking about? They're talking about Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Cat, explaining to the media. He can't explain his shooting performance because he shoots up to 1,500 shots a day in practice, is what he claims. So take a look at this, because the NBA on TNT crew, with a little help from Kenny the Jet, are flat out going to call him out and say, no, Cat, you are capping. Take a look.
I never took shots. I did makes. So to make 300 in a day takes about 45 minutes. So if you're taking 1,500, it's going to take you about 2.5 hours. And you already practicing shooting around, so it's cap.
No, the thing that
where can we throw the cap right now at the camera?
And the thing that's funny about him saying that, first of all, he's lying.
First of all, he's lying.
Man, what kind of are you shooting 15? Let's just say hypothetically he was telling the truth.
Watch Barkley get distracted.
He's shooting 1,500 threes. That's the problem.
Watch
it's
Chuck.
the type of shots he's getting.
What's going on here?
The problem has nothing to do
there
with him
is.
not working on his game. What are
the cap?
It's cap.
What are
it's cap, man.
What are the type of shots you're getting?
Cap.
Yeah, if he's just out there shooting threes, he's still 4 for 32.
Yeah, he's 4 for 32. He's 0 for 8. And by the way, pivotal missed 3 when you didn't need one at the end of that game that got them in a 3-0 now hole. Question is on the board. Question, is it wrong to assume that Cat is lying? Well, if you listen to the clip closely, he said up to 1,500. He never really says, I shoot 1,500 every single day, every single practice. But if he claims that he shoots 1,500 a day, Kenny's telling you how much time that takes, because Kenny said, I wouldn't do shots, I would do makes. 300 makes takes me about 45 minutes. So if you do the math on that, it is more likely than not that we can safely assume that Karl Anthony Towns, the Cat Man, is capping. And we get all the way to number 1 in the countdown. On this post-Memorial Day edition, we woke up to the sad news that the legendary Bill Walton had passed away after a battle with cancer at the age of 71. Bill Walton, the great college player, an NBA player, and finals MVP, national champion, world champion, broadcast champion, Grateful Dead Nation member for his entire existence. Bill Walton gave us so many moments on television as a player, as a commentator, and then as an analyst. So many moments. But as we get into Memorial Day, and now that means for many people the unofficial beginning of summer, here's Bill Walton in a legendary, classic, memorable explanation while they're on the air to his longtime broadcast partner Dave Pasch about why we have seasons like summer, spring, winter, and fall. Take a look at this.
This is the sun. This is the axial tilt at what degree? 23.5 degree rotation here, right? And now, I don't know, you may think that it goes like this.
This is a piggy bank, by the way.
No, it goes like this, okay? And it's not an oval, it's an elliptical.
He's going the wrong way
here, right? And the reason that the Earth has seasons.
It's a 10-point game, right?
Right. Okay, it's free throws, right? So the reason we have seasons is because of the axial tilt. If it was straight up and down, like a saguaro, they would have no seasons. We would have no seasons.
Right.
And so we're in the seasons of love and peace and happiness and joy. And so while we're here in the Sonoran Desert, celebrating the solstice, it's all right here. It all comes together. It all rolls into one.
Hey, can I eat this?
No, but that's the
Game's
sun.
going on.
That's what gives us our energy, our light. It takes 8 minutes.
But I need some vitamin C.
He's still going. It takes 8 minutes for the light from the sun to hit Earth. Question is on the board. What is Bill Walton's lasting legacy? I mean, where do you begin? How about live life, have fun, either be the fun or go to where it is? Bill Walton was a man of the universe, of the galaxy. And I assure you right now, he is traveling through the cosmos, pointing out colors that he never knew existed. He's asking so many questions about existence and the afterlife, etc., that they're thinking about sending him back. His lasting legacy is live and love and have fun, because you got to live this life, you know, like Frank Sinatra and them saying, I'm going to live until I die. God rest his soul. I'll never forget the encounters I had with Bill Walton. I'll never forget the time that he said on the radio, where have you been my entire life, Josh Cohen? And then we all laughed. God bless Bill Walton for always, always, and forever. His lasting legacy is love and fun, and that's what life really should be about. Remember, hit subscribe on us, and we are actually back again tomorrow. So you got to catch up to do. Watch all these episodes. Remember, kids, while every day above ground is a good day, some are just more questionable than others. Say goodnight to the bad guy. See you tomorrow.